Hi everyone, this is Anil. Welcome to session 18 of ServiceNow CISRM preparation videos. In this video, we'll talk about various links which are provided in the books or the reference material, and we'll look at each of those links. So first, we'll look at release notes for Utah. So as part of Utah release, let's see what features are added. First one is use the object-based related lists that are now available on the issue form. You can add or remove association with objects and these lists. Set up automatic association of your issues with related objects by using the new issue relationship configuration module under GRC admin. Learn about the confidentiality configuration records that are shipped for out-of-the-box confidentiality enabled tables. Use the new confidentiality inheritance configuration framework so you can set up inheritance for your confidential tables. Use the downstream inherited controls related list that are now available on the entity form to add or remove reliant entity association with common controls. Use the approver configurator developer role in GRC approver configurator application to access and update the script field on the approval rule form. GRC approver configurator. Important, GRC is available in ServiceNow store. For details is activation release notes. So what is new in Utah? Issue architectural changes. Reuse the same issue by assigning it to different objects. When an issue is linked to control or risk, it's automatically linked to the control object to or a risk statement within its entity. Changes include the issue relationship configuration is added in the GRC administration module so that you can set up the automatic linking of an issue with related objects. Again, this is only visible if you have installed Workspace. New related lists are added on the issue form in Workspace where you can add or remove association of issue related objects. The reference fields of the associated objects are removed from details tab on the issue form. Issue architecture changes are applicable only in Workspace, not in Hasselberg. Confidentiality inheritance configuration. Set up the confidentiality inheritance between the parent and its related tables. When parent record is marked or unmarked as confidential, its related records are also automatically marked or unmarked as confidential. To enable confidentiality inheritance on GRC tables, see this knowledge article. Common controls. Add or remove the reliant entity association of common controls to primary entry with a new downstream inherited controller list. This list is added to the entity form. You can also see directly related inherited controls in this layered list. The 360-degree view of entity shows both controls and inherited controls. The add or remove options and downstream inherited controls is only available in Workspace. Rules installed with GRC Approver Configurator. Use the Approver Configurator developer role to update the script field on the Approver rule form. Only users with Approver Configurator developer role in GRC Approver Configurator application can access and update the script field on the Approver rule form. Next is UI changes, confidentiality related changes. New confidentiality inheritance configuration layer list is added under confidentiality configuration record. Entity UI changes. The new downstream inherited layered list is now added on the entity form. Issue layer changes. The issue relationship configuration form is added to support automatic linking of an issue to its layered objects. A new widget about the downstream controls is added in the overview tab of an entity. Add or remove buttons are added in the layered list of issue form. A layer 2 section is added in the issue sidebar so you can see the count of an issue's layered objects. Change in the release. Issue architecture changes. Issue architecture changes are made to avoid reusing an issue and automatically linking it to an issue to its layered objects. The display value in the issue table is changed to a short description that was a number earlier. Confidentiality inheritance changes. So now when we mark issue as confidential, only users are mentioned assigned to issue manager and opened by fields are automatically applied to allowed users field. To handle any conflicts that are related to confidentiality, see this Common control changes in entity form. The ORI of entity is updated with inherited control information tracking section. Activation, that is that. Then we have policy compliance, and next we look at advanced risk listeners. So we'll start by new risk appetite and tolerance in advanced risk. Define the boundaries for acceptable and unacceptable risks by using risk appetite feature. The risk appetite feature enables you to do the following: take risks within your organization, null expectations, and define and manage the actions where they breach. Define the risk appetite and risk tolerances in qualitative and quantitative terms. Monitor your risk appetite status and ensure that it's consistent and the defined risk appetite. Configure and set up the risk appetite feature based on your organizational needs. Create issues automatically on breach of appetite or tolerance. Mandate comments and risk response if there's a breach of appetite tolerance. Following new rules are added: SN Advanced Qualitative Risk Appetite Reader, SN Advanced Quantitative Risk Appetite Reader. Okay. Users with this role can view qualitative, quantitative risk appetite fields in the form. This role restricts other users from viewing the qualitative, quantitative fields in the form. The risk user can contain this role. Risk statement recommendations. Identify and associate risk statement for orphan risks to ensure risk aggregation is accurate. GRC Predictive Intelligence plugin uses AI and machine learning to predict related risk statements on records. A risk user can see the risk statement recommendation when the risk statement isn't defined on the risk record. Based on recommendations, the risk user can assert the risk statement. Risk-related risk record risk statement. Common controls and risk statement. Relate the risk to common control when the reliant entity of control matches the risk entity. You can reduce the time and effort that is needed to manage multiple controls when you test a common control and apply to reliant entities. Related issues with multiple risk objects. Relate an issue with multiple risk statements and risk events. By managing and relating similar issues to multiple risk objects, you can determine the correct impact assessment, avoid creating duplicate issues. What has changed? Common control layer change. You no longer create a relationship between inactive controls and risks. Activation. Okay, that is that. Next. So you don't have to worry about business continuity management. Let's move to policy compliance release management. Listeners, so as part of this, linking issues to multiple objects using many-to-many table relationship. Associate distribute different types of compliance objects such as controls, control objective, engagements, policies, and authority documents. To analyze issue impact, use M2M table for each of the object to link similar issues to an object, therefore reducing number of open issues. Testing common control, implementing results on multiple reliant entities, create a common control or convert standard control to common control and associate reliant entities. Test the common control, implement test results on reliant entities. Reduce time and effort in creating individual standard controls for each entity and testing individual entities controls. Change and release. Related list to asset entities to common control. The common control is updated with reliant entities and reliant entity types. Uh, to asset entities and as reliant entities, to asset entities that include a class of entities to common control. The function field on the control form helps to identify whether a control is standard or common. Compliance objects are layered lists in the issue form. The issue form is updated with control, control objective, policy, authority documents, engagement layer lists to add more, one or more of these objects. So that is that. Next we have, let's see, we covered advanced risk already. Okay, that's good. So that's the first one. Let's go to the next one. These are different learning courses, so we can skip that. And ServiceNow Store is a place where you can get all these apps. So, for example, if you want to search for policy and compliance, you can search for that here. This is the one. And similarly, if you want audit, GRC advanced audit, GRC audit management, workspace, GRC audit management. And similarly, if you want advanced risk, GRC advanced risk dashboards, advanced audit. And if you want configuration calculators, uh, common controls, I think. Yeah, so I was looking for that common controls configuration application, but that's fine. So basically, the summary is like you will be installing it from store if you're doing it on a client environment. Let's move on. Next, we have customization best practices. So let's look at that. So here it talks about customization best practices for ServiceNow. Why is it important? Steps covered. Uh, get to business smart customization. Define the right governance to efficiently meet and deliver on demand for customization. And then you have different resources available here. And next we have business smart customization. So here it talks, it's a white paper. And if you see here, guide teams to use ServiceNow OOTB, define demand and OCM policies, provide configuration customization guidelines, audit customizations and configurations. So that's just steps. So what is customization? What is configuration is defined here. Custom development. And why should I invest in business smart customization? Upgrade faster. Will this workbook help? How to use a success book? Workbook checklist. Guide teams to use service out of the box. Define demand and OCM governance policies. Provide configuration customization guidance. Audit customization configuration. Guide teams to use ServiceNow OTP. Educate teams. Highlight. Identify where teams are positioned to take advantage of OTP. Build and understand deliver customizations out of the box. Configuration or custom applicants could significantly change how they perform their jobs. Uh, and then the ServiceNow upgrades and informing the stakeholders. So that is about that. But yeah, this is the guide for that. Next, we have customization best practices. Again, we have one more PDF here. What are best practices for customization? It's a little bit. What is the value score? What is complexity score? Customization type. Best practices. Avoid copying objects. Default to add before edit. So this means that you should, for example, add fields to forms rather than change the type of an existing field. When adding, avoid using the same names as out of the box. Add before edit, which means okay, you should, for example, add fields to form rather than change the type of field. Keep the number of fields you add to minimum. The more you fields, the longer it takes to load. Use ServiceNow of known low-code capabilities, include your policies before client scripts, include designer or business rule scripts, integration hub before writing custom integrations. Use scoped applications as your default for new custom development. Document all customizations. Add comments to explain why you customized, including justification. Ensure that review all the comments prior to upgrading. Create test for all customizations. You should write. Ensure that ATF is written. Use health scan to identify unnecessary customizations. And then all of that, right? Return development. So let's look at this. This is done. How does health scan help manage my instance health? So reduce the time to upgrade your instance, all of that. So okay, so this is all about this. Let's move on. Next we have now value customer success. So it talks about how you can use now value and achieve exceptional outcomes, and then all that. Then next we have risk and resilience PDF. So we'll come to that in a minute in the next video. Thank you for watching.